Hello friends, uh, in this video we will see how to solve the coded inequality problems. So in this video also I will show you one shortcut using that you can solve any coded inequality problems within 10 seconds. Okay, so in coded inequality problems a set of statements are given. So that statement actually gives the relationship between a set of variables. Okay, so let us consider a statement. Just consider a statement, and the statement is p greater than or equal to r and r greater than or equal to q and q is equal to t and t is greater than or equal to s. So this is the actually coded inequality statement. Okay, and this gives the relationship between the set of variables. Here the variables are p, r, q, t, s. After that a set of conclusions are given and we have to find which one of those conclusions or which of those conclusions are true or false. So let us consider a conclusions. Let's consider a conclusion, and the first conclusion given is p is greater than or equal to q, and the second conclusion is p greater than q, and the third conclusion is q greater than or equal to s. Q greater than or equal to s. So based on this given set of coded inequality statement, we have to find which one of these given three conclusions is true. Okay, so now I'll show the concept of that I told you. I will show you a simple very logic within that, using that you can solve this problem within a 10 seconds. And the logic is like that. So any coded inequality statement is going to be contain greater than and less than and greater than or equal to and less than or equal to and equal to c. Okay, so these five actually they are going to be contained. So whenever you see a greater than, actually the movement is possible from open to the close end. The movement is possible from open to close end. So whenever you see a less than, so the movement is possible from this open end to the close end, this open end to the close end. Okay, so now the greater than or equal to, in this case also actually the movement is possible from open to close. Okay, open to close. In the greater than or equal to, the movement is possible from this open to, I mean less than or equal to. So in this case the movement is possible from open to close. Okay, so whenever the equal to is there, so the movement is possible from left to right and right to left. Okay, so both the movements are possible whenever the equality is there. So now let's come to the first conclusion. Okay, so in the first conclusion we have p greater than or equal to q. So whenever the greater than is there, so the movement is possible from, so from open to end. So that means the movement is possible from p to q. So we have to find in the given statement the movement is possible from P to Q or not. Okay. So let's start at P. So P is here, right? So P is at the open end of the greater than or equal to. So that means from P to R we can move. From P to R we can move. So again RQ, right? So R is at the open end and Q is at the close end. So that means there is a movement is possible from R to Q. So that means actually a movement is possible from P to Q. Okay, P to Q is movement is possible. So whenever the movement is possible, you can say, so the given statement is true. But here you have to remember another statement, another thing, right? Whenever the conclusion contains greater than or equal to or less than or equal to, greater than or equal to or less than or equal to. So the all the movements must contain greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, or equal to statements only. Okay, equal to statements only. So in this case actually we have two movements, one is p to r, another one is r to q. Here the first movement contains greater than or equal to, but the second contains less than. So that's why we cannot that's why so but that's why actually we can confirm that p greater than or equal to q is false. Why? Because so it must contain greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, or equal to only in the series of the movements. But here actually in one moment we have greater than or equal to, in another moment we have greater than. So that's why actually this one is false. Okay, this one is false. Okay, now let's, so the movement is possible from P to Q, but actually it is a greater than or equal to. So whenever the relationship between P and Q is greater than or equal to, so the all the movements in the statement, given coded inequality statements, must contain greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, and equal to only. But here the out of these two movements, and one movement contains greater than or equal to, another movement contains greater than, so that's why this one is false. Okay, and next one is P greater than Q. So P greater than Q, here there is no such kind of condition, like if greater than is there. Okay, so whenever there is less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, then only actually we follow this rule. Okay, when then only we follow all the movements must contain greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, equal to. In the case of less than, greater than, so there is no need of this, follow this rule. Okay, so whenever P to Q, so we already find that, so P to Q means P greater than Q means actually P is at the open end of the greater than Q, so we have to find the movements from P to Q. So P is at the open end of, again same the thing, greater than or equal to, so that's why P to R is movement is possible, and it is R, again R is at the open end of greater than, so R to Q is possible. So P greater than Q is, there is a movement, so that's why we can say it is a true. So there is no need to check for this equal to here. Why? Because it is simply P greater than Q. That's why. And next one is Q greater than or equal to S. Q greater than or equal to S. So in the case of Q greater than or equal to S, so the movement P to R is possible. Sorry, Q. Sorry, is the Q greater than or equal to S, right? Q greater than. So when you take the Q greater than or equal to S, Q is at the open end and S is at the close end. So that's why we have to find the movements from Q to S in the given coded inequality statement, right? Q to S we have to find. So start from the Q. Q is equal to T. So whenever equal to is there, the movement is possible from left to right and right to left. So but here T is at the right hand, so the movement is possible from Q to T. Okay, Q to T. So now again the T is at the open end of the here greater than or equal to. So that's why from T to S the movement is possible. Whenever greater than or equal to is there, the movement is possible from open end to the close end. So that's why T to S. So there is a movement from Q to S. So that's why Q greater than or equal to S is true. Why? Because here you see this is greater than or equal to, and this contain greater than or equal to and equal to symbol. Okay. So here whenever greater than or equal, less than or equal to, the movements must contain only of these three. Okay, that is greater than or equal, less than or equal to, and equal to symbol. And here it is satisfying, that is greater than or equal, the first movement contain equal to, second movement contain greater than or equal to. So that's why this is going to be true. This is going to be true. Okay, so I hope you got this one. So in the next video we will see one previous bank problem based on this coded inequality problem. Okay, so if you have any doubt, please leave a comment and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.